Tonight's call comes from a man who says strange things began happening while he was house sitting for a friend. At first, it was just sounds, but then, late one night, he saw something he still can't explain, and it seemed to be watching him from inside the house.
Paranormal Payphone.
Welcome back to Paranormal Payphone, where we always answer after midnight. I am Steve, and it is time. It's time. It's Brandon time. How you doing, bud? That's right.
Do that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What are your thoughts about the little resurgence that he's having right now with Tater?
Tater time.
Tater time.
That is so funny.
It is.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like, here's the thing. When I first saw it, I was like, I don't think this gimmick has legs.
The microwave head.
Yeah.
You didn't think that would work?
But then as he kept going, like the
Yeah.
videos kept playing, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, the microwave head. That's pretty good. Like,
It's catchy.
And then he's doing the moves. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? This guy might be onto something
He's a
right
big
now.
guy.
How do you end up with like dudes in WCW or WWE and NXT and AEW talking about Tater time and how much they want to go see it?
Because it's brilliant. It's a brilliant marketing scheme that this guy's come up with.
Yeah.
And it's great. I want to go see Tater time.
Now, I'll be honest with you. Vader is one of my all-time favorites.
When he came over from Japan, I think
Yes.
was it still, I guess it was WCW that.
Yeah, with the mastodon head
yes.
that smoked.
And he'd,
Yeah.
dance and do all that with it. That was great.
the moonsault,
Oh,
Boy Meets World.
Remember when he got his eye knocked out of his socket?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that Stan Hansen?
What's Stan Hansen?
There you go. That's my wrestling knowledge for this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that you had that just on the ready.
All right, yeah.
If I were to like, hey, what'd you have for dinner tonight? You're like, God,
I don't know. Wednesday?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
But you're like, hey, remember when Stan Hansen?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's good. Listen, Vader is an interesting story too.
He
Like
is.
he had a very interesting like after wrestling. I knew at one point in time he like basically owned a town.
Oh, really?
Like
I didn't know this.
The town he came from. And once again, I'm not a scientist or historian,
Yeah,
but
we need to get that straight.
but basically, like the town he grew up in, he took all of this big wrestling money and just bought the town. Like,
Where was it? It was somewhere in Colorado, right?
so yeah. And so like he just owned most of this town. So
Good for Leon, man.
hey, he was doing things,
What was it? They were on overseas somewhere down in South America where they had that interview and the guy said it was fake.
Yeah.
And then he picked him up and
Yeah.
he kind of lost it there.
He definitely like he got wrestling canceled for a minute. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, you can't be beating up reporters. And
Yeah,
then at a certain point, there's like, I mean,
do it. He deserved it.
he had it coming a little
he
bit,
did.
Come on, bring that jockstrap over.
Yeah.
Let's do this,
Let's do this, yeah.
Let's make this happen. But let's jump into this call because this is an interesting one
It
and
is.
it's going to tie into a lot of stuff that we talk about. So
Yeah.
let's jump into the call. Let's get a little bit of tater time.
It's time.
That's right. Get the tots, get the microwave.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
let's do it.
Hi, this is my experience. I was originally house sitting for a friend, and this is when it all started happening in this home. Hearing what sounded like running up and down the hallways, a few like doors slamming. I thought it was weird, thinking it could just be the dog. But the dog was with my friend up in North Carolina, and told him about it. We shrugged it off later. Let's say either that same night or the next day when he got back, we're all hanging out and everything, and it's really early in the morning. He's already fast asleep. I go to leave to get a water bottle, and on the way back, the laundry room was right next to his room. At the very top of the door frame, I saw what looked like hands come out first, and then a head peek out to look at me, and then go back in. I go to his room, after locking it and trying to wake him up, he said, "Oh," and then went back to sleep, leaving me alone for it. But that is honestly not the only things that have happened in that home. Later on, they experienced some weird things, like seeing a pair of legs go behind their counter, hearing a child laugh behind them, all just weird things happening. But it was definitely one of the most memorable for me. But thank you for letting me tell the story.
All right, Steve. That call came from the Carolina Cryptid Fest. This guy, I can't remember his name. He's a really cool guy. Told multiple stories, but this is the one they recorded. And this is such a wild story, man. And I do have a question right out the gate.
Let's hit it.
Let's hit it.
Yeah.
You ready? You got your thinking cap on?
So I'm ready. I was born ready. All right.
There's so many different things going on in here. Do you feel like this was one entity manifesting in different ways, or do you feel like there's multiple spirits running through this house?
Surprisingly deeper than I was
Deep,
expecting
huh?
it. Yeah, I mean, we literally just got done talking about tater time, and you're just like, yeah, let's wax poetic on the
Yeah.
amount of spirits in this home right now.
I'm working on my scientist degree.
Okay, listen. Brandon is a scientist. No,
Yeah.
that is a really good question, because it sounds to me like there's more than just this one thing.
Right.
Like they're door slamming, they're hearing things run. He talks a little bit about hearing the family afterwards, hearing laughter and things like that all throughout the house. So it does make you wonder, like, is there more than one thing here? Could this be a little portal where things are a little, the veil's a little bit thinner?
There's something going on there, because he starts right out the gate. He's hearing something run down the hallway, hearing doors shut.
Yeah. So basically he's got preteen daughters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, you know,
only if every light's on in the
Yeah.
house. Yeah. I'm currently having that battle, and it's driving me insane. First thing in the morning, sun's shining bright. Every light in this house is on.
So, all right. I tend to be a little bit on that side, just because I don't know why, but I'm like, why are we living in a cave?
Yeah.
Like, we've solved these problems. We can
Yeah.
turn a light on, you know?
Yeah.
And so I tend to do, but when I leave a room, it's coming off.
Yeah.
Now, the only time that my kids actually remember to shut lights off is like if someone's in the bathroom and they're like, oh, I just got to brush my hair or gotta wash my hands real quick. They'll shut that light off without even thinking about it. I'm like, this is the one time. This is it right here. But oh yeah. So I feel like there might be more than one spirit in there.
Yeah.
But definitely is an interesting question. Where do you stand?
I think there's probably multiple ones, just because of how the different things that he described, the kids laughing.
Yeah.
In that, I would love to know what this thing looked like that came around the corner.
Nope.
No, you don't want.
Well, so that brings up a good point in this. Well, let's recap a little of the story, and we'll talk about this. So he's going into the laundry room.
Yep.
He knows that he's hearing something run up and down the hall, door slam, kind of dismisses it away like most people do. Like I've done, like you've done, like everybody else. A lot of air pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of air pressure in homes. I blame it for everything. Yeah. 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 That dog.
Oh, Bucky.
He's a terrible person. But so you know what he did today?
What did he do?
He peed. I let him inside. He walked in the door and peed. I about lost it. It was all I could do in that moment. I was just like, PETA, help me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You needed that commercial.
Sarah McLachlan, get your boy.
Get your boy.
Get your boy, Sarah. He's dismissing all this away, right?
Yeah.
He's walking into the laundry room, and all of a sudden he sees a pair of outstretched hands and arms coming down from what appears to be like the corner above the door frame.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And then a face that goes along, like a head that comes out with it.
Yeah. I'm just seeing that cat boy from The Grudge.
Yeah.
In my head.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and stare at this thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a weird movie.
That thing freaked me out.
Yes.
Like every time he came on screen, I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, like the dad was looking out the window, and then the kid sitting in the floor. And yes,
You're just like, what are you doing?
Sometimes my kids will meow too, so that just like kind of messes with me.
The one that got me is like when they open up the cabinet and he's in there.
Yeah, that's what made me think of this one.
Yeah. So it outstretched, and he's like, nope. And so he gets out of there.
Yeah.
Goes into his buddy's room, locks the door, and it's like, hey, you'll never believe what I just saw. And he could not have been blown off harder.
Yeah. He went back to sleep.
Yeah.
How do you do that if I was the guy that called in, I would be like, all right, dude, you're on your own.
Like clearly this is a thing that they deal with.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, you just talk about a shadow?
Yeah.
Little shadow buddy? Little shadow buddy?
Go throw that ball down the hallway.
Yeah.
He'll go get it.
Yeah. You just tell him you're looking for the Pringles. They'll bring them out for you. You're
only going to see legs.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just pops down and he's like, is that whites? He's like,
Yeah.
I'll separate them.
Yeah.
I got you. A little concierge service there in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just trying to help out.
See, that's the thing. That's where I think these guys get a bad rap. Just helping out a little, you know? So they start hearing more things, laughter, different kids' voices, more running up and down. And then they see a pair of legs behind the counter.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Oh, well, you've seen that before.
Just the legs behind the counter?
No, going around a corner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was the thing that was like, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Because in the situation I saw, it was like, they should be coming across the next door. And so the whole time I'm just like, waiting. And it's like, oh, yeah, no one ever came. That was not there. Okay, this is awesome. I love that. So it made me wonder though, like, were they girl legs, boy legs? Were they like little cat boy legs? Like what kind of legs were they?
Yeah. How can you tell?
I mean, I think you could tell.
You could think so. They're like hairy or not.
I don't know the description of them. I think you could definitely tell the difference between like my legs and like any average female's legs. I
don't know, dude. No,
a little thick in the calves. I am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You are.
Yeah, that's right.
You have good foundation.
Explosive is the term that's often used. Yeah.
They all know.
That's right.
It's out there.
That's right.
Yeah. One thing I thought was curious, it was like whatever this was around the door was watching him, came and interacted with him. So I feel like it's like an intelligent type haunting, right? Like whatever's going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it was as scared of him as he was of it. That's why he was peeking around real slow.
Or do you think he even noticed him and he started popping his like coming out? Oh, no, my bad.
This is weird.
My bad. Yeah. Usually not here on Tuesdays. Yeah. What's going on? House getting fumigated?
Yeah.
Like what's happening?
Yeah.
No, it is strange because like you say, nobody seemed to be bothered by it.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, just it becomes normal. There's stories with people that even like the story behind the Conjuring, the first one, they stayed in that house for a decade. And with all this stuff going on and this guy right here, the whoever's house it was.
Yeah.
It just becomes your everyday thing.
And this is one of the reasons why we like doing the show is this little story right here. It probably would have lived and died with the family.
Yeah.
And so a lot of this stuff, you feel like you see it, you don't pay much attention to it, and then it just goes away and no one ever talks about it. No one ever brings it up. It left an impact on this guy.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't even phase his buddy.
Yeah. As it should. I would have never gone back ever.
No, I mean,
maybe.
Never?
Maybe during the day.
Daytime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
So as he's walking through there, they're hearing all these things. And after he sees that, he starts asking questions. And they're like, yeah, no, we see things like, we'll hear kids laughing around us. We'll hear people walking and running, and we'll see doors shut and slam. And, oh, yeah, what about those legs behind the counter? Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah.
What happened to Stacy Keebler walking behind the counter there,
Could you imagine having that ghost?
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
So now
I'm back in.
Now you're back in.
Now
you're coming. Now you're coming specifically at night.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah. She's got legs.
That's right. Boy, talk about a transition she had.
No kidding.
Like, how do you go from like Jerry the King Lawler, with all due respect?
He's got a street named after him in Memphis.
He should have a street named after him in Memphis, you know? But how do you go from Jerry Lawler to George Clooney?
I mean, there's more than that. Some of those, even Tori Wilson, when she had like A-Rod.
Yeah.
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 You know, so their glow up was incredible.
I mean, here's the thing with A-Rod, though. Like, if you go through like A-Rod's batting lineup, like he had a deep roster. Like, there was a lot of ladies coming through there. George Clooney keeps a tight circle, you know?
Yeah, but I was proud. I was happy for Tori. She went from Billy Kidman to Alex.
Now, you lay off of Billy Kidman, all right?
He looks like a guy that you would love.
The
wife beater tucked into the jorts.
That shooting star press, buddy.
Hey, he was good. He
was like the last one that was allowed to do it because
Yeah.
of how they said it was too dangerous to do.
Well, you look what happened to Brock.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I don't know. Brock is a poster child for decision making, but I mean, like,
yeah,
you know, Billy Kidman's clearly my North Star.
Yeah, he is. Even the Ultimo Dragon.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll put you in that dragon sleeper
Yeah,
right
you
now,
will.
buddy. You don't even know what's up.
Please don't.
But so you go through all of those things,
Yeah.
all just living in this one house. People are just dealing with it. I wonder how many other friends came over and just they could have a little support group building for this right now.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because I think he tried to say, okay, it was the dog.
Yeah.
The dog's running down the hallway. I'm hearing these footsteps. I mean, it's like right out the gate, he's getting this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, do you stay? After seeing this thing creep around the door, do you stay in the house?
So it would depend on where I am in life. Okay.
Okay.
14-year-old Steve at 2 a.m. with no way to get home. I'm probably staying. All right. But I'm in the corner, head on a swivel the entire
You're
time.
not sleeping at all.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah.
16, 17-year-old Steve with a car, 93 Mercury Topaz. Muffler probably is falling off.
Yeah.
I might have to stay because I can't drive around with that muffler. It's too loud.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm definitely thinking about getting in that car and taking off.
Yeah.
Because some of those areas that we went to in North Carolina, they're pretty isolated. They're pretty low.
yeah.
Like, so you're there for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, you're going nowhere to get food. I can tell you that.
Not in Raleigh. That's for
No,
sure.
you're not.
Yeah. Not one restaurant in that
Yeah,
downtown.
it's so weird.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, when did Burger King steer us wrong? You know?
Yeah.
Like, here we are on the coast and there's no Captain D's, you know,
Yeah.
there's no LJS, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
So when we're talking about this, we're talking about this combination ghost haunting situation here. Let's talk about one of my favorite things.
What's that?
The combination restaurant. Like, what was your favorite combination restaurant when you were growing up?
The combo restaurants.
I'm talking like a Long John's and an A&W.
Yeah. Or an
you know?
A&W and a KFC.
Yeah.
Long John Silver's severely underrated.
Oh, yeah.
But
Ring the bell, baby.
Yeah. Ring the bell.
Every time.
That one would have been up there. My favorite
Okay.
is the restaurant gas station combo.
Okay.
You know, you got a good Arby's
Yeah.
and a good
Petrol.
Pilot. Yeah. Yeah. Something. Yeah. That would probably be my combo that I would choose. What about you?
You're like, I like a BP Dairy Queen. You know, it really does.
Yeah.
It really does a trick.
Yeah.
We had the Holy Grail where I grew up. Okay. This is one of those things that's sought after. Like, people search after this, like the same way that they would look after like a
Bigfoot.
Jordan rookie card.
Okay.
Or they're out there dredging the lake looking for Nessie. Okay. These things have only been told in fable.
Okay.
It was the combination Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you. Let me.
Dial
Cameraman,
it
cue the choir. This is where it comes in. This is where it gets real religious. A real religious moment comes in here. We have a cheesy gordita crunch, possibly a quesadilla coming in. What do you want for your side? Oh, I like those breadsticks.
Oh gosh.
I want those breadsticks, baby. All
Yeah.
right. What do you want with that personal pepperoni pizza? Because they only sold the personals. I don't know. How about 3 tacos? And they're like, you know what? We can do that for you.
Yeah.
You know, you get a personal pan pizza, some breadsticks, and a Baja Blast. Here's the thing, son. I've lived a life. All right. And if I had a time machine, I may go back just to that one specific moment.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm having an out of body moment right now. This is hard to deal with for me.
This is impressive.
I'm getting some palpitations. Like, it was a deep moment. Like, it was the greatest thing ever. And I look at my kids and I'm like, you'll never know this. You'll never know this.
Those and the Toys R Us. They'll never know those.
Oh, the Toys R Us.
Yeah.
See, my favorite was inside the mall where I grew up. There was a KB Toys.
Okay.
And they always had a Sega Jaguar on clearance for $69 with the system in every game ever made. Up until the day it closed, I thought about buying that. And then they actually finally closed, and I was like, oh no, I missed the time on the Jaguar.
It's over. It's
over.
gone.
So if you've ever seen a Shadow Boy pop down from the ceiling or have a Jaguar you want to send us, hit us up at Paranormal Payphone on any of our social medias. You can hit us up at our DMs. You can call 615-431-9003 and coordinate shipping. Or you can go to paranormalpayphone.com. Check out the merch store. We got fresh merch in there. And we actually have a few stories that have been submitted through the website. Yeah. So a couple of those are coming up in the next little bit, and we're excited about that.
Oh, yeah. I'm super pumped for that.
Listen, it's happening.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah. I love seeing those orders come in. It's like a happy.
It's just like, oh, someone likes us. Yeah.
3 people like us.
That's right. Like, I feel special.
Yes.
Yeah. But one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today is because we're coming on my favorite time of the year. Okay. And that is football season.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at football and looking at all the things coming up and checking the schedules, I didn't realize that there was as many haunted football fields.
There's a lot more than you would think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one I want to bring up to you, and I know you got one I'd like to hear a little bit about it, is in San Saba, Texas, Rogan Field.
Ooh.
Now, I know you're thinking Rogan. It's not named after Joe. This is a little bit pre-Joe. All right. But this is actually a old cemetery that when came time to build a football field, they just bulldoze over everything and put the field in, which says a couple things. A, don't mess with high school football in Texas.
Yeah.
like it's coming in, baby. It's time to play. We got to get them boys out there on the field again.
The Terry Funk again?
I feel bad for your grandmas and them, but we got to get them boys out there on the field right now.
Yeah.
So this happened in like 1858 is when the cemetery is put in. And so like 1935 is when they put in the field. That's crazy to think that, like, here's this field. They bulldoze all the cemeteries. They put some of the gravestones around. And so like they just kind of played into the fact that there's this spooky field out there.
That's crazy. Did they remove any of the bodies? Did they exhume them, or did they give them a chance? Like to with the
They got their chance when they were around there.
No. You go. Yeah.
From what I could tell, they gave like a little bit of a warning, like, hey, we're going to do this. But if you didn't,
you just went over. Could you imagine like a heavy rainfall or something? And
well, they say a lot of that,
really,
like you get that heavy rainfall comes in and you may occasionally get a little hand popping out.
If I was a running back and I tripped up, I'd be like, oh, did you see that hand? It got me.
That's the often complaint is people say that they fall over their cleats a lot. The turf monster tends to get them. But how crazy is it to be out there and like you're playing on a cemetery?
Yeah. Seems very disrespectful.
I mean, I think losing on a cemetery is disrespectful. I think winning is okay.
Yeah.
If you get like the the Key and Peele thing, 2 pumps you're fine, 3 pumps it's a flag.
Yeah.
I think getting a 3-pump flag on a cemetery is maybe disrespectful.
Yeah, I can see that.
But there's all sorts of different bodies under there for all sorts of different reasons. They could have needed to get exhumed for something, but now you're on the 30-yard line, baby. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got to catch this punt. That's what you got to do.
Does it have a weird name? Like for the field?
They just call it the graveyard.
Okay.
Yeah. We leaned real hard into it.
Yeah. But hey, that's pretty intimidating. Could you imagine being a team going to play there? Be kind of weird.
Do you remember the show that was on in like the early 90s? It was like the Zombie Monster League. And the idea was that all of these like football players and baseball players and things got turned into these like zombie monsters. And that was like part of your pro contract is you became this zombie monster and you played in this league.
I don't remember that.
And they kind of like solved mysteries and like, you know, the good team would catch the other team cheating and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't.
But it was like filled with like a bunch of like skeletons running around.
Okay.
And like, so it made me think of that. I was like, oh man, it's like the Zombie Monster League if it was real.
Yeah. It makes me think about that football team that got killed in Beetlejuice, and they're talking to that old lady. That's,
Yeah. So, I mean, how crazy is that? Is that it's out there? That just shows you, like I say, you don't mess with football in Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
Or California. You know, there's another one that's a Cathedral High School in Los Angeles that kind of has a similar thing. They, you know, it has changed multiple times, you know, the fields, the buildings and everything. But when it first started, there was a cemetery on there as well. And they called or tried to get in touch with the families saying, hey, you know, we're putting this here. Let's relocate these bodies. And they gave them a certain amount of time. But the difference with this one, and I think the one, they didn't just put the turf or, you know, or the field right over the top of it. They exhumed these and they took some of the headstones. This was weird. And so like if you go down these hallways or all around the school, they've got like tombstones hanging on the wall, like over lockers. And
it's like a real Harry Potter vibe.
It really
there.
is.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. You got moaning Myrtle in the bathroom. But yeah, so but did that place mention any apparitions or anything just outside of like the grabbing? Because this one does, like the janitors and maintenance workers that are there late at night have talked about apparitions. They hear, you know, they see shadow figures, footsteps. You've got all kinds of like residual type hauntings going on there.
So they do mention a lot of that, and they do talk about the fact that like even like during play, most of the players just have like a feeling of being touched or brushed or something like that.
Okay.
But the cleaning staff, the security staff all see stuff. But what's interesting is, once again, don't mess with football in Texas, is all of the negative energy or whatever is affecting is always only on the opposing team.
Oh, that's great.
Like, you know, your star running back is never being tackled, you know, by this turf monster, but like opposing teams come in and all of a sudden, like they can't see the ball anymore, or they're running slower than they've ever run, or, you know, they go drop back and the QB snaps his plant foot. Like, you know, like just crazy stuff where stuff that like never happens anywhere else, but it's always only the opposing team.
That's wild. That's so wild, man. Here, I didn't see anything like that, like the tripping up. It was just more like the apparitions and the voices, you know, on the campus, and which you could probably play some of this stuff off, but it's just there's a lot of reports there. So, and it was in 1925, and it's a Catholic school, so you know a lot of spooky stuff goes on with the Catholic Church.
Would you care to backing away from that real quick? Okay, all right, there you go. All right.
So,
but no, I mean, to think like you call the field a graveyard, like you know, if you're gonna do it, you gotta lean into it a little bit, right?
Do they have like headstones around the football field?
Yeah.
They do at this one too, but I don't know if there's any. You know, the guy from Hocus Pocus with the zipped lips sticking his hand up out of the grave, you know.
Now, here's the thing. Would you go play on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be neat.
So knowing that like the opposing players have all felt something and had something happen, would you go in there as an opposing player?
I would go in there. I might not go in the locker room.
You might. That's where you draw the line.
Yeah. I want to stay outside.
That's the thing. I'm gonna be out, like, you know, known for my explosivity. I don't know that I'm hitting the field in general. Because that's the big question that gets asked. Like, would you go there? Would you play there? I don't know that I'd have a choice in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think me playing as a long shot in general, but like, it is interesting to think.
Yeah.
And this is like a little piece of Americana that you think about, man, that's crazy. Would that be around any longer?
We talk about the ultimate 12th man.
That's right.
That's right.
It could be the ultimate 12 through
3,000.
3,000,
Yeah.
you know? So I had a friend who for a while worked as a grave digger. I know.
Of
I know.
course you did.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
And so it was like real close to his house. So
Uh-huh.
it was the first place he could get a job where he didn't have to have a license. So one thing I know about a lot of those graves is 8 foot or 6 foot is a suggestion sometimes. And so, you know, some of those bodies are going to be a little bit closer than you think they're going to be.
Yeah.
Coming right up at you.
And the thing with that field during that time frame, they're probably not digging them down. They don't have like the full casket, right? It's got like the old wooden ones that could rot.
Yeah.
And some of this stuff, heavy rain.
Well, I mean, just think about like in that time frame, you're talking about everything will have decomposed by then.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, if you're thinking the only thing between me and Aunt Sally is this pine box, that pine box is long gone, buddy.
Gone.
Like now, can you imagine? Like I just imagine it being like that scene in like The Dark Knight, you know, where the Steelers or Heinz Ward's running back the kick and the field's collapsing behind it. All those pine boxes just gave in at one time.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I wouldn't play there.
You know, here's the thing. And I believe, and I heard about this with another one. I don't know if it's this one. They do a little bit of commemoration on the field for some of the folks as well.
That's nice.
And so like a couple of the yard markers have different indicators on it and things. That's kind of nice.
That's kind of nice. Keep them in good graces there.
That's right. Listen, they're helping you.
Did you hear what the opposing team was saying about you guys?
Yeah, you know, yeah. But to think that like you could just back in the day, you could just do that. You could just donate this land. You know, J.C. Rogan just donated this land. Now here you go.
Here you go. There's your football field, the graveyard.
I get you this football field. All you gotta do is get them bodies out of there, and that's it. You know.
Now, did they just one last question for this because they keep coming up with the headstones? Did they like just bust some of those up and put them in the ground, or did they remove them all? Do you know?
I don't know for sure.
Okay, it's a weird question.
I'm going to imagine that not every one of them got properly taken care of.
Okay,
because you think even if you were able to get in there and get like your loved one out and you left the headstone, I'm just gonna bust that headstone up. Like, what am I gonna do?
Right.
You ever carried a headstone?
No, I haven't.
No,
but I imagine
you ever moved one. No, I mean, well, yeah, but they're heavier than you want them to be.
Oh yeah, they're concrete.
Well, maybe for you, cheap. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry, Mama Brandon, you're not getting that marble headstone you've been having your eye on. That's not happening. You know. Get a little bit of plywood and some spray paint is what it sounds like over here.
So get a flower.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
That was always his big complaint. Was like flowers and like little teddy bears and stuff like that. He's like, I gotta go pick all those up before I mow. And so like people would come in and set him down, and he's like, Tuesday. I'm literally gonna throw that away in 20 minutes. Like, can you just take it with you?
Yeah, imagine that's a pain. Mowing one of those things would be a pain enough.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't want to speak out of turn and say that I know that he gave some of his girlfriends a teddy bear or a flower from a gravesite, but some things happen, you know, and you never, maybe he shows up with flowers one day and you just don't ask too many questions, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Waste not, want not.
He walks in and he's like, you know, Happy Mother's Day. And you're like, I know where those came from.
Yeah. These flowers smell weird.
Smell like Hennessy. What happened over here? You know?
Hennessy,
but
okay.
So if you've ever soaked your flowers in Hennessy, played on at a graveside football field, maybe whatever field would you do? Football you could do.
I mean, I don't know what else you could.
I mean,
baseball maybe.
Baseball would be the only other one I think you could do, because I mean you're not demolishing a graveside for a soccer field, for a soccer pitch.
Not in America, you're not.
Not in America, you're not. No, if it was in England or something like that, like, that would be an honor. Yeah, to be buried under there. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys want to submit your story to Paranormal Payphone so we can talk about it, call 615-431-9003. Hit us up on our socials. DM us, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Defend our honor to the masses that don't think you can have You can have recordings happen
Yeah.
on bricks, but that's
Yeah.
fine. Do whatever you can do to help this thing go. And we really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Check out the merch at paranormalpayphone.com. And let's keep this thing rolling.
Let's do it. So until next time, who are you going to call?
That's Paranormal Payphone.
And we're not scientists.
Not yet.